From the KLLL studios in Lubbock, Texas.
Outlaw Country!
It's the Borderline Podcast.
Hold on, there is no such thing as a popular podcast.
With JR on KLLL.com.
Hey, what's up? It's JR. Welcome to another edition of the Borderline Podcast. This episode, we're going to be talking with William Clark Green. Love seeing him. Such a great show. I'm still a little hurt after the weekend that started out with William Clark Green. It's a rough weekend when he comes to town. It's just so much fun. Everybody came out to party. We had a blast of a time, and just talking with him, you'll hear a bunch of stuff. We recapped some, and we got to know Will even better. That's what I love about being able to do this. Of course, been doing the new home studio. Feel like I jumped the gun trying to get in there so quickly with some stuff, just because a studio is a lot of work. There's tons of tiny little things that are necessary in a studio that I just don't have the money for at the moment. So that's just the fact. So I'm still recording some interviews there. Like next week, you'll hear me and Dan Patterson talk, and lots of fun stuff. But until I can actually get the mic situation set up and everything sounding quality, I think I got to keep it the way I've been doing it until I can get that fixed up. So there you go. An explanation you probably didn't care to hear. Everything else going smooth. Big thanks to all the new listeners we have at the Borderline Podcast. Of course, my roommate had a whole lot of family members share the podcast last week. Don't forget to subscribe via KLLL.com/borderline. You can click right there, set it right up there for your phone to come right to it. Of course, we're also available via the Stitcher app, which is a very cool app that I use for several other different podcasts too. I like listening to stuff like WTF with Mark Maron, You Made It Weird with Pete Holmes, just different stuff. I like an eclectic layout of different a lot of different things. I can't figure out the other word I need. Variety. There we go. An eclectic variety of podcasts to listen to, and I hope you'll make this one you listen to all the time. We do new episodes every Tuesday. Make sure you tell someone. There we go. Look at that. We got through that intro pretty quickly. Let's go ahead and kick off the Borderline Podcast with Corpus Christi Heartbreaker. It's Cody Bryan Band, brand new music right now on the Borderline Podcast at KLLL.com. Glad to have you here.
Yeah, it was 7:45, the stars just filled the sky. She was sitting there ready to go. We had a pre-drinking bottle, coasting no throttle, headed to a Krager show. I was looking for my chance, just one slow dance, that I would make my move. But when I came back from the bar, someone was holding you. Corpus Christi, heartbreaker, played a game knowing I couldn't win. Corpus Christi, heartbreaker. Typical Corpus Christi heartbreaker. I didn't know what to do except watch you pretend like I wasn't there. Yeah, I thought about knocking him out. I guess I was blindsided, just a little unfair. Even gave me a glance during your slow dance. How ruthless can your heart be? Back to the bar and ordered a stronger drink. Corpus Christi, heartbreaker. We played a game she kissed me goodnight, she walked straight up to me and said, honey, are you ready to go? Corpus Christi, heartbreaker, you must be out of your goddamn mind. Corpus Christi, heartbreaker, I should've known it was a waste of time. You can't love her, you can't hate her, it's just how her mama raised her. Your average, typical Corpus Christi heartbreaker. You can't love her, you can't hate her, it's just how her mama raised. She's just your average, typical Corpus Christi heartbreaker.
That's Cody Bryan Band with Corpus Christi Heartbreaker. Several episodes back, we had my friend Ashley Claster on. She's a reporter with Fox 34, and she absolutely loves Tyler and the Tribe. I do too. I got to see them. They opened up from William Clark Green earlier this weekend. So just for you and me, how about we play Tyler and the Tribe? It's Breathe with Maren Morris.
Girl, when I look at you, looking at your dreams, I hope that every single one includes me.
Boy, you should know by now that every single one's about you. You're sitting right here next to me.
And you know, a piece of my heart breaks off and goes for you every time you leave. And how can it be that you make me short of breath and bring the air to my lungs that helps me breathe? Well, the days pass by, but my love is for all time. Don't you know that you're what makes me
I've seen the world without the one I love, and it's just clouds and rain.
Yeah, tomorrow's like today. Well, it's the same rain on my window pane that you see wherever you're at, and it makes me sad and lonely. And then your fingertips wrap around my head, the clouds part and the grass it turns to green. And how can it be that you make me short of breath and bring the air to my lungs that helps me breathe? Oh, the days pass by, but my love's for all time. Don't you know that you're what makes me breathe? Yeah. How can it be that you make me short of breath and bring the air to my lungs that helps me breathe? Oh, the days pass by, but my love's for all time. Don't you know that you're what makes me breathe? You're what makes me breathe.
Coming up, we're going to be talking with William Clark Green. It's tough to say his name. The K always seems to disappear. Try it. William Clark Green. Like you have to Clark Green. Yeah. I don't know why I'm telling you that. Anyway, we're going to be talking with him very shortly. Of course, I ended up catching up a little bit with Charlie Stout, friend of the podcast. I love the man. Every once in a while, he'll unfollow me on Twitter, and I get to see this little awkward moment happen when I see him in person. They're like, dude, you unfollowed me. He goes, man. It's really funny. How about we hear from Charlie right now before we get to our talk with William Clark Green? Here's Going Back to Las Vegas.
We're going back to Las Vegas. We're gonna do it again. We're gonna pile in a van and drive across the land, you and me and 11 good friends. We're gonna hit the casino and you know we're gonna go all in. We're going back to Las Vegas, boys. We're gonna do it again. We're going back to Las Vegas. We're gonna place our bets. We're gonna split, stay, shoot, roll, double down and never fold. You know it's even money on red. We're walking up to that window with a fist full of chips. We're going back to Las Vegas, boys. We're gonna strike it rich. Going back to Las Vegas, we're gonna get revenge. We're gonna cover the cost of all the money we lost the last time we hit the city of sin. We're gonna find the oasis and you know we're gonna dive right in. We're going back to Las Vegas, boys. We're gonna do it again. We're going back to Las Vegas, boys. We're gonna do it again.
Charlie Stout right there. You can follow him on Twitter at Charlie Stout. And he runs his own parody account at Snarky Stout. I should start my own parody of, like, not JRKLLL. You can follow me on Twitter at JRKLLL. Let's get to my talk with William Clark Green. Will, thank you very much, bud. Welcome back.
Thank you.
It's been a while.
And you're welcome. And thank you for having me. Yeah, it hasn't been that long. Last time we talked, what did we talk about? We talked about Josh talking crap about me or something.
We talked on the phone very briefly before, like, Jab Fest.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right.
And the last time we actually got a chance to be in the same room and talk was like a year ago. You were going to a NASCAR race the next day, and
oh, that's right. That was a lot of fun. It's a really fun NASCAR race.
Did you get to punch
Crazy.
Clint Boyer for me?
No, but I got to go actually in pit row, like. And, like, not even behind the wall. Like, I was, like, in the pits.
Really?
During the race, yeah. I got to stand on the other side of the wall while and videotape. It was so cool. And then the official cam was like, hey, you got to move. And it was Jimmy Johnson's crew guy, crew chief, was like, best friends with my good buddy. And he was like, come over here, be quiet. And I was like, all right. He was like, get your phone out. And I got to... And then the official camera was like, get out of here, get him out of here. You know? And he was like, sorry, bro, gotta leave.
Are you a NASCAR fan now?
I mean, I'm not really. It was a lot of fun to go to. And I can definitely say I keep up with it a little bit more than I used to.
Yeah.
But I'm not like a fan. It's been pretty exciting lately, all the fights. You know, I don't know if you've been
I
keeping
did
up
see
with that,
something about that on SportsCenter.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only time I ever really see anything on it is when...
And I'm not really sure on how it works, I guess. I know there's a point system. I'm not really sure about the point system. I mean, I know about it kind of, but I'm like the worst NASCAR fan. I'm not a very good NFL fan either. I love watching college football, or I love watching the national football, but I don't have a team or anything.
No?
Nah.
Like,
I don't really care, man.
You pick by the game, like...
No,
right,
I pick I root for Tech guys. I love watching the Tech guys play.
Yeah.
So I like Denver a lot. Jason Morrow's up in the Jets. I love it.
He had a great game last week.
He's been killing it every week, and I love seeing that. But to say I always watch the Cowboys play every Sunday. I have since I was a kid. But like sometimes I want them to lose. You know, I like seeing them fall apart, and my feel is on them.
You're a hater.
I'm not a hater. My deal is like, man, those guys don't care who they play for.
No, they don't.
At all. So why should I? Why am I supposed to go out of my way to be this incredible fan of someone who plays for a team who could care less who he plays for.
You make a really good point, but I'm a diehard Chiefs fan, so I don't really know how to like settle your good point with the idea that I still root for my team.
Yeah, I mean, and it's and that's what I think, and that's cool. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being a fan. I'm not like an advocate of people who are against people who are fans of their team. Like for me, it just doesn't make sense. Like I'm a Tech fan.
Yeah,
that's where my energy goes. That's where I'm at, and I mean, it's the same way with all professional sports. Like I watch them all the time. Like, I love watching baseball and basketball and NFL, and I love watching I love just watching sports in general. But for me to be a blindly, Cowboys fan, I don't know.
That's interesting. To me, that takes like some good critical thinking skills to even come to that conclusion, though. Does that make sense?
I guess.
I mean, just like they have no stake in this. Why should I have a stake?
Yeah.
in
Why
it?
should I? Yeah. I mean,
as far as where they play.
Yeah. I mean, and it's something that happened with Hamilton. At the Rangers, everybody had his back and loved him to death, and then
now they
hate his guts, and he doesn't care at all.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
And it's like, and I just I feel like I bought his jersey. And I can't wear it anymore. And like I never buy professional jersey stuffs, and I bought his because I went to a Rangers game, and I love going to baseball games. It's like my favorite thing to go to. You know,
that's why you can.
It's just Americana. You know what I mean? It's just Americana. It's so much fun to go, and it's fun to root for a team too.
Yeah.
But I pretty much just root for underdogs. Anyways, and
my rule.
So I'm a big Chiefs fan too.
Are you? That's nicely. I didn't even catch it at first.
No, you didn't. No, I'm rooting for the Browns this year. That's kind of like I want to see. I'm glad Hoyer.
I didn't know you loved A&M. That's crazy.
A&M. What does A&M have anything to do with the Browns?
Johnny Football.
He's not playing.
I know, but that's the go-to.
Well, yeah, no. I'm a Hoyer fan. I like what Hoyer because I like Johnny Football too. I've met him and he's a really nice guy, and he's actually. From Tyler originally, so he's a big fan of Rose Queen, which is funny. But I'm happy. I love that Hoyer because everybody discredited him right off the bat, and he's having a good year. And I love seeing that. I love seeing like success stories like that. When no one else believes, and everybody wanted Johnny Football to play, and he starts killing it, and then Johnny's going to be good. He's just not there yet. You know what I mean? Like he's going to be good, but I was glad to see. I love. Especially announcers and stuff getting proven wrong, and a person blocking out that negativeness and then totally owning it, and I love that, and that's what I love about Hoyer. And the Browns have sucked since day one, and now they're 5-4, 5-3,
something like they're not bad. The thing on jerseys, I got to tell you, I don't buy jerseys of any current players. Like they have to be retired.
Oh,
and that way it's always in.
That's
it always works.
Good, yeah.
So a little my rule there.
That's funny. That's cool. That's a good way of thinking about it for sure.
I was thinking, what?
We talking football. We talked a lot of football today.
Yeah. What time do you normally go to bed? Like, let's say concert nights and non-concert nights. Like
concert nights, 4:00. Yeah, 4:00 at the earliest. Even if you're not drinking, 4:00 because it just takes forever to get out of the venue sometimes.
Right.
Like last night, I went to bed at 10:30.
You went to bed at 10:30?
Maybe 11. I slept till I needed it though. I rolled into town yesterday. I was feeling pretty rough, and luckily a buddy of mine let me crash at his house. He had a spare bedroom, and I utilized it. So
it's like, hey, that you just show up like 10 o'clock. Hey, thank you for letting me stay here, and I'm going to bed.
No, we went and grabbed dinner, and luckily he had to be up at 5:00 in the morning, so he didn't really want to go out. And that's the thing too. Is like, man, that's the worst part about it. Is like some days you just don't want to go out. You don't want to party, but like. You're always that guy that's in town.
Yeah.
Like, Will's in town. And I remember like I had the same buddies. I was like, oh man, Chris is in town. We're gonna party up tonight. Every time we're in town, we party together. And that's the thing is like when I'm in town, it's always like this assumption. And my buddy, which I was assuming, I was like, okay, cool, we're gonna go. And I showed up pretty hungover in a town yesterday. And he was like, man, I've got work at 5 a.m. And I was like, man, so we're not gonna be able to go out tonight? He's like, no. I was like, man, that really sucks. And then inside I was like, thank
God. So when you're in Eastland, is there anything to do in Eastland? I mean,
that's the beauty of it.
You're alone in Eastland.
I don't drink at home unless someone comes and visits. Yeah, it's literally my Eastland routine is Netflix, and I ride my dirt bike a lot. I ride my dirt bike once a day when I'm at home.
Really?
Yeah, and sometimes I'll go. Sometimes I'll go like illegally ride my dirt bike like on the road and just on these county roads, and I'll take a backpack and put gasoline in the backpack, and I'll just go for like 4 or 5 hours.
Really?
And
Any cops ever mess with
not
you?
yet, but they will eventually, because I've kind of got this route, and there's a lot of people that don't like my route. As I'm not like going 20 miles an hour either.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You haven't built up the fame level either to where they care, or where like they're like, well, it's just Will.
No, I don't think the reputation there is very good off the bat, anyways, which is fine. Doesn't matter to me. Eastland to me is a place that my grandparents' property, and to me it's this sanctuary of quietness and songwriting, and it's a really cool place. And the town's a beautiful town. It's got a really really neat downtown, and well, our new song Ringling Road is coming out, and it's kind of it's not about Eastland. It's just a fictional story, but there's some people that don't like it too much. And,
Really?
And I've got some looks here and there, but
Have you played any gigs in Eastland? I mean,
No.
is there anything to play there?
no, no, I don't think we ever will. I don't know. Never say never, but it's kind of a place that I separate.
Right.
When I go home, it's like, I go home.
So this property,
and I never am there.
Right.
It's like I'm there like 4 days a month. So
the property that's your grandparents' property.
yeah.
Like, do you live in a house by yourself there? Is it like
Yeah.
a trailer, or what
there's
are
a
you
house
living
and there's a house and a trailer house, but I'm in the house. And yeah, it's 200 acres. My aunt and uncle live on the other side of the property. They kind of have their little area,
Right.
and it's 200 acres, and it's just real quiet and nice. And well, if we had water, it has 2 4-acre lakes on it, which are beautiful when we have rain, but we don't have any rain.
Yeah.
And we haven't had any rain. It's been dry, so I'm praying for rain out there. And it's a place that I moved to out of necessity when I lived from Lubbock, because I couldn't afford to live anywhere else.
Yeah.
And then when we started making a little bit more money, I got a place in Austin, and I was in Eastland for about 1.5 years or 2 years before I moved to Austin, and I was there for like a month, and I was like, man, I just wanted to go home. I just
Right.
wanted to go back so
Yeah.
bad. And it was kind of a place where I was like,
I remember you were a bad house guest or something.
yeah, I moved. I moved to Easton. I was like, okay, and it wasn't something I really wanted to do.
Right.
It was kind of, it was just a free place to live, and then, man, like every week I was there, I was like, man, this place is freaking awesome. To have all this to yourself,
Yeah.
or like, it's, and when I was there, the first 2 years I was there was wet season, so we had water in the lake, and A-Bear would go swimming every day, and it just turned into be like, man, hell, I got it pretty good. And then, when I moved, I was like, this, Austin, I wasn't a fan. I'm not a fan of living in Austin. I love Austin, but it's not a place that I could live.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean? And so I moved home. I moved back, and I love it. I get a little stir crazy about 5 or 6 days. It gets kind of lonely because you don't really talk to anybody. Somebody came up to my house one time, and I was working on my truck in the garage or something. And like, man, I'm serious. Like I go home, it's like you don't talk to anybody.
Right.
And somebody walked up to my garage and it was like, William? And I was like, whoa, like that scared the hell out of me, And I was like, and they're like, I'm so sorry. I was like, no, it's fine. It's just like, I'm not used to having talking to people.
So relationship wise, no girls make it out there, kind of thing.
I'm not going to say that.
I mean, you got a steady. What do you want?
No, I don't have an Eastland study. No, hell no. I'm having so much fun in life right now. I'm traveling a bunch. To have that, I'm like right now in life at this age in my life, I'm pretty selfish on certain things. Like, and when you have a girlfriend, you don't have the independence.
Right.
You have to do things, and I'm kind of at a point in my life right now, especially getting close to 30, which I'm 28. I'll turn 30 in a couple years. Is like, I really want to live up my 20s, and I don't want to spend my 20s answering to someone. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I
mean, it seems like an odd way to view a relationship, but that's a way.
Well, and my last relationship I had, that's how I felt, and that's
answering to someone.
yeah, like having to do something. I guess you just hadn't got to a point where you want to,
Right.
I hated coming off the road and having to go, not being able to go home. You know, like
Right.
I wanted to go home, and I couldn't. You know, so I had to go to freaking do stuff I didn't want to do.
Yeah,
you know,
I gotcha.
And well, some of the stuff I like doing. And so I just kind of was like, man, you know, you get one shot at your 20s, and I kind of had a come to Jesus meeting. Last time I was here, I think I talked about it.
Yeah.
And I kind of had this not come to it kind of was a come to Jesus meeting. And I was just like, man, I do not want to look back at my 20s and go, man, you don't know how good you had it. And like at the end of this year, I've done everything I possibly wanted to do. I've been like, yes, man, not movie Yes Man. Like I've said yes to everything. I've been like, anything. I'd be like, yeah, man, let's do it. Screw it. My other buddy called me the other day. He's like, hey, you want to go fly fishing in Montana? And I was like, and in my head, I was like, you can't afford it. You know, blah, blah, you got to do this. And I was like, yeah, I
Why
do
not?
want to go. Let's
Yeah.
go. Screw it. I'll go. And then I went to New Orleans 3 times, which was fun.
Right.
And I've just been, you know, Corpus today rather than go fishing. Just trying to do things just outside of what I used to do, which is just sit around and not do anything. And it's been I'm gonna look back at 2014 and go, man, I've been worn hard and put up wet. It has been a long year. I've done a lot of crazy stuff, and it has been the best year of my life. 2014 has been the best year of my life.
Well, I think you touched on something when you were talking about that, the idea of like the experience is worth to me more than the money it will ever be.
Yeah, for sure. And it's not like everything I was doing was lavishly expensive, but you know, when like I said, I only go home 3 days a month, so every week I'm doing something. Next week, next week we're going to Nashville to record, but in the last week we were on a cruise, and the week before that I went to my ranch to duck hunt for a week, and you know, just always doing something every
Right.
week, like. And it's not like that was expensive, but like going to my ranch duck hunting. But like that's something that a few years ago, like 2 years ago, I'd have been like, man, I don't want to go all the way to Beaumont, and then we have a show in Abilene, and I have to go all the way, and then
Right.
I drive all the way back. And now I'm just kind of like, I want to go duck hunting. I'm going to go.
Yeah.
And I don't care how long or how hard or how expensive or whatever it touched me to get there. I want to do it. I'm going to go. And I don't have someone going, well, you shouldn't do that, blah, blah, blah. No, you do, you blah, blah, blah. You know, and I'm happy about that, you know?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then what you give up is being lonely. And that's cool with me right now. So,
Yeah.
And I'm cool with that.
Well, you're the lead guy in a band. I'm sure that works out okay.
it's not bad. Not bad. But there's always moments.
That's as vague as I can make that.
There's always moments of loneliness, especially what we do, you know, on the road
Yeah,
so much,
yeah.
and you know, it's not what everybody believes it is, and or everybody thinks it is. It's not at all what I thought it was going to be. But the cool thing is I can legitimately say we only work 2 or 3 days a week, which is
right.
out of the week, which is pretty cool. If I wanted to be home 5 or 6 days, I could be 5 days a week, 4 days a week, I could be, which is pretty awesome, you know. And we only have to play a 90-minute set and get to hang out and do radio interviews and stuff like that, which is pretty cool too. And it ain't bad, man. And it's been we're about to finish year 5, so we put in
That's crazy.
It is crazy. It's been 5 years, man.
I was thinking about, I think 2 years ago, you and I were talking, and I was asking you questions about kind of the business side of things, and you had told me about the idea that you were much more broke then, 2 years ago, than you were when you were playing acoustic gigs somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Because so much more money goes out.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, it's the
but
same.
But now, is it getting better?
I mean, yeah, it's the same thing. I mean, yeah, the retaining income is impossible in this business. I mean, it's stupid. Yeah, I mean, you know, you make a lot more money, but you spend a lot more money, and we're finally getting to the point where that's starting to even level. We're not hiring any more people. We have our whole team, our whole
Right.
crew. We have 8 people on the road with us, and we have 4 people at home running the business from their house. So,
So 12 total employees.
12 total,
basically.
yeah, 12 total employees, and that's a lot of money. So it takes a lot, but we got it. So now we have to increase from there, and then once whatever we increase from here on out, we should be money that I might be able to retain. But you know, I'm not starving, and I was able to get a new truck under the company name, which was cool.
Nice.
And the next step is a bus, which will be another huge expense.
Yeah.
But that's the goal. Next goal is the bus. So, we're not starving. The band, everybody's getting paid well, and it's not Cinderella story.
Right.
You know, we ain't Josh Abbott. You know, Josh, I'm so proud of him, man. He's done incredible things in his career. Incredible. No one's done anything, and he's got a lot of room to grow, which is cool too. So.
Yeah, I like seeing him at the CMAs. He was backstage doing some stuff there.
Crazy, man. His life is crazy. And it's crazy. It's good to see, man. He's wouldn't want it to happen to anybody else than him. So he's deserving of success and been a very good friend of mine for sure.
And you won't even clean out the freezer.
No, he was so pissed about that. That's so funny.
All right, the rest of my talk with William Clark Green is coming up. How about we take a little break for some music? Yeah. TC Fambro and the Copperheads. TC's a good guy, man. This is called Waiting for My Time to Come.
I've been waiting for my time to come, anticipating only to watch myself run. It's hard to hide what I'm feeling. I've got one thing on my mind, and I could tell you the truth, just another lie. Baby, I know I may never have the chance to be with you. Every day is ending with the sinking sun, waiting for my time to come. I've been calling out to you, slowly falling. I don't know what to do, hoping that one day maybe I'll hold you, even if it's for the night. I don't care whether it's wrong or right. And baby, I know that I may never have a chance to be with you, but please don't waste your time. All those other boys downtown that won't treat you right. Every day is ending with the sinking sun, waiting for my time to come. I may never have the chance to be with you. So baby, please don't waste your time. All those other boys downtown who won't treat you right. Every day is ending with the sinking sun, waiting for my time to come.
TC Fambro and the Copperheads right there. It's funny, I don't remember seeing Dallas Owens around town ever before until I actually started talking to him. And now I see him everywhere. And I really enjoy his songwriting. So I can't resist the opportunity to put it back on here right now. It's called We Will Fly, Dallas Owens on the Borderline Podcast.
Up ahead, young lady fair said you're in the middle of nowhere, ma'am, why you standing there? Hop on in, man, we'll go for a drive. To me there ain't no therapy like riding, and we will ride. We will ride. I don't know which route to go. I don't care long cause it's anywhere but home. It seems like lately when I'm there I just get lonely. And I am only one man, I can barely carry on, carry on. Barely carry on. You remind me so much of my little Jen. She was just your age when she up and died. I'd do anything to see that girl again, but I couldn't get to heaven even if I tried, and I have tried. Oh, I have tried. He said, I've no clue what brings you here. Why don't you loosen up your jaw and talk for a while? She opened up her mouth, but instead she shed a single tear, wiped it off her cheek, looked up at him and smiled. You should have seen her smile. You should have seen her smile. After a while she tried again. She said, life brings me here, I lost my fear of death. He looked her right in the eye and slightly grinned. He said that death brings me here cause life is all that I got left. All I got left to lose. Let me teach you something about life and death. Something you won't know the whole life through. Not until you draw that last breath and that last test comes to see just where your soul is going to. Oh, I don't know where my soul is going to. Do you see that bridge coming up ahead? He said, about 100 feet across, 100 feet high. Gonna see how close we can be to the edge. Make a sharp turn to right and find some peace as we fly, and we will fly. Haven't you always wanted to fly?
That's Dallas Owens. You can follow him on Twitter. It's at Dallas the Person. One more tune before we get back to my talk with William Clark Green. A guy someone William Clark Green has been singing the praises of, my buddy Dalton Domino. And the Front Porch Family Band, here's Dallas.
I've been busted flat off Broadway. I've had Jasper on my mind. My first love from Briscoe, tell me that she ain't got the time. I've spent the better part of 4 years stuck inside a self-made hole. I've been locking up feelings and shooting down reasons to quit. Tonight I'm letting go. It's been a long, long time since 17. But where I am right now is right where I wanna be.
Dalton Domino on Twitter at Mr. Dalton Domino. Let's get back to my talk with William Clark Green. See, it's tough to do. William Clark Green. There we go. By the way, you've seen all the renovations we're making here at the building.
Looks good.
One of the things I saved, because when you're moving out of your office and everything else, you start paring down. And you go, okay, what do I really want to hold on to? The one thing I had to hold on to was a Christmas card from you saying, thanks for the Josh interview, a-hole.
And I'm in it. I hope that gave you a laugh when you saw that, because it was definitely not meant to be mean. I promise you that.
I loved it. I laughed out. I laugh every time I see it. That's why awesome. I was like, I can't lose this. This can't go in the trash.
That's pretty funny.
So you're back in Lubbock. You get to stick around for a couple days, or are you just here for tonight?
No, just here for tonight. Yeah.
Where are you at tomorrow?
We're at Green Hall tomorrow, and that will be a really fun show. New Braunfels and San Marcos areas adopted us.
Yeah.
It's been really cool to watch, and it's becoming, it's becoming a home for us, and just like Lubbock is.
Right.
And Stephenville is kind of becoming that way, and Fort Worth's becoming that way too, which is really cool too. So it's so cool to see, all the hard work pay off. And Lubbock's always been well to us. It's kind of since day one, it's been awesome. But seeing these places kind of bring you into the family.
Right.
The musical. Every town has kind of a musical family.
Right.
Community.
I got you.
And it's been cool, man. It's been really cool to be embraced by it, and they start saying things like they're proud of success that you're having, and it's really, really neat. And New Braunfels, and that's kind of where everything kind of is, Austin.
Right.
And New Braunfels and that area is where where the scene is, and it's cool, man. It's really cool. I wish I liked living there. I would love to live there, but unfortunately, I just can't. My body, it's got to be in. It's just too many people. Too many people.
I can appreciate that. Hopefully you'll play for the sympathy for us. I love
for
that.
sure. Yeah.
But one other thing I was going to ask you is what do you consider yourself? Is it country? Is it rock? Is it Americana? I mean,
you tell me.
I think it's sort of a mix of all three. But if I was going to weight it, I would probably put it a little more towards Americana.
I mean, yeah, it doesn't matter to us what everybody wants to call it.
You don't
I don't care. I don't care if people call it Jamaican, as long as people like it. I mean, I don't. I mean, and I could sit here all day and go, man, I want to be Americana, so I'm going to say I'm Americana. And anybody says that I'm Texas country, then I'm just going to be like, man, we're Americana. You need to reckon. I don't care.
Right.
I mean, what we are makes no difference on how we write. We're not writing to be more Americana. We're not writing to be more Texas country.
Right.
We're not writing to be more Jamaican. If you write a song and you believe in it with all your heart, whatever, and the people like it, it could be whatever. It just won't be rap, because I'll never do rap.
No drum beats for
no
you?
Rap. And I just, rap I have a lot of respect for. And it is something I'll never do. It's like I'll never do polka. No
accordion in the future.
I love accordion. I definitely have accordion, and I have it. I've had it on every record. But yeah, I think that that's all for y'all, you guys to decide. If it fits on let's say you were an Americana radio station,
right?
I would hope that my music would fit on every genre, but unfortunately that's not the way. And I think that's up for DJs and to decide what's appropriate to play on their station. And if we fit in the Texas country scene, which I'm very proud to be a part of,
right?
I would love to be played on. And if the Americana scene wants to play us, I mean, I'd love to. I don't see why I would ever be like, well, we're not Americana, we're Texas country, and don't call us, or vice versa, we're Americana. Don't call us Texas country. I don't care. It doesn't make a difference to me. I'm just not going to write any different. I'm not going to do anything different, We're going to keep doing what we're doing, and hopefully that's putting out good quality songs that people like, and hopefully we've done that in the past. And whatever genre people want to say we are, I feel like that's up to them to decide. And, I think it'd be funny if we were a Jamaican band. I'd like to be that.
You gotta
write
one song, one Jamaican song.
I would love for the Jamaican community, the Jamaican music community, to embrace us as well. And that's the thing, is what you're doing is you're allowing yourself to be successful in any genre. And I think as a businessman, like, why would you not? Why would you exclude something that
Yeah.
you have potential of being successful in? Like, we were approached by getting a Americana radio promoter to this album, this new album, and I was like, hell yeah. Or are you gonna do Texas country too? Well, yeah. Why would we not do both? Like,
Right.
there's markets that both are liking our music right now, so let's hit them up. You know,
Yeah.
if they want to play it, yeah, hell yeah. So we're gonna try that game. We're gonna do a little bit of Americana stuff on the next record, and we're really excited about it. And I hope the Americana scene is excited to have us. And you know, the Texas country scene has been an amazing one for us, and we will continue to be part of it as much as we possibly can. You know, and you know, a lot of great friends and a lot of great bands running around this scene, and you know, we're do anything we can to try to succeed in the music business, which
Yeah.
is tough. So, so we'll see. That's gonna be the different thing on this new record. Is we're gonna try to go after we're gonna go promote ourselves inside the Americana scene, independently. That's the other thing someone said the other day. Is like, man, you recorded in Nashville. He was like, man, isn't that gonna change your sound? And I was like, well, did it? He goes, what do you mean? I goes, well, we recorded Rose Queen in Nashville.
Yeah.
And he was like, really? I was like, yeah. I was like, it doesn't matter where you record. We don't know. There's no record label telling us what to do and how to do it. I mean, we're paying for this crap. We're
Yeah.
paying for it. This is our deal. Like, it's gonna come out the way we want it, you know. And yeah, it doesn't matter if we record in Nicaragua. I don't, you know.
You told me a secret on the off the Rose Queen album about the pocket full of chitlins and some collard greens.
Yeah.
Am I the only person to ever hear that secret, or have you told
I can't believe I
couple of
told
people?
you.
Yeah, you told me.
I haven't told anybody. I don't think.
I'm a little proud. I just wanted to
I
know
don't
if
think I
I was
told
the only
anybody.
person. So,
I don't think I told anybody. I get asked it all the time, and I just laugh.
all right, you ready to do a song for us?
Yeah, you
All
want
right.
to do Sympathy?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I know how you feel. Oh, I've been there before. Standing on the wrong side of a goodbye and a slamming door. Yeah, I've been in your shoes. I was in love with you. Well, I don't have no sympathy for the break and the ache in your heart. 'Cause after what you did to me, it's kinda nice to see you falling apart. You were never here for me, never shed a tear for me, so I don't have no sympathy. Did you hear her scream? Was she crying out his name? Did you kick the door down, make a scene, or did you run away? And I bet you lost some sleep, and I bet it cut you deep. Oh, I don't have no sympathy for the break and the ache in your heart. 'Cause after what you did to me, it's kinda nice to see you falling apart. You were never here for me, and never shed a tear for me, so I don't have no sympathy. Yeah, I ain't got no sympathy. I don't have no sympathy for the break and the ache in your heart. 'Cause after what you did to me, it's kinda nice to see you falling apart. You were never here for me, you never shed a tear for me, so I don't have no sympathy. Yeah, I ain't got no sympathy. I know how you feel. I've been there before. Standing on the wrong side of a goodbye and a slamming door.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, buddy. Hey, is there a chance I can get you to do one more song that you
Sure.
have coming up off the Ringling? Something you have not played before.
Sure.
Can you remember anything?
Yeah.
I just love to see what else you're working on.
This song means the most to me, I just have to say, off the new record, just because I'm telling the absolute 100% truth on this song.
All right.
And I don't think I'm the only one that feels this way. So we'll see. Hopefully people don't get offended. Yeah, I'm out here running just as fast as I can. Got the whole world looking at me. And they're begging me to change everything that I am, but it ain't who I wanna be. Yeah, the interstate's pumping just like a vein full of California license plates. And my heart is thumping, going insane. They're turning Austin into LA. Them good old boys are few and far between. They're spread out then from Houston to Tennessee. Yeah, my granddad's spinning in his grave and they're all laughing. I'm old-fashioned. I'm old-fashioned. It's a yes sir, a no sir. Pardon me, ma'am, you don't hear it much anymore. From the punk-ass kids not giving a damn, hanging out at the corner store. They're gonna beg, steal, and borrow the promise for tomorrow, and it ain't that hard to tell. And no one else knows, 'cause they're staring at their phones while the whole world's going to hell. Them good old boys are few and far between. They're spread out thin from Houston to Tennessee. Yeah, my granddad's spinning in his grave and they're all laughing. I'm old-fashioned. I'm old-fashioned. Them good old boys are few and far between. They're spread out thin from Houston to Tennessee. Yeah, my granddad's spinning in his grave and they're all laughing. I'm old-fashioned. I'm old-fashioned. I'm old-fashioned. I'm old-fashioned.
Wow, man, I love that. Thank you.
Thank you, man.
That's awesome to hear. I love the everyone's staring at their phones. The whole world's going to hell. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I believe it.
you're right. All right, last question. We having fun tonight, or
Oh yeah,
you,
man.
taking it easy?
It's it'll be a blowout. I'm excited, man. Excited to be in Lubbock. It looks like the weather's gonna be pretty nice for us tonight. Not gonna. Are we getting snow tonight? I can't remember.
I think snow was the flurry stuff was.
That's
already-
nice. That's
yeah.
perfect though. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. We don't play Wild West that often. We're glad to be back in there, and it's a great venue, and we're excited to play, especially be back home in Lubbock. It'll be a fun night. We're gonna play some new stuff off the new record. We're gonna play Ringling Road and Sympathy, of course, and we're excited, man. It's always fun. It's always a disaster in Lubbock because we drink too much. But then we head to Green Hall tomorrow, so that would be fun too. So it was a great weekend for us. We're just happy to be here.
Well, thank you for being a supporter of the podcast early on, and
man,
continuing to, and welcome home, man.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it, JR. Thank you for having me. Thank you for doing what you do.
Thank you, buddy. William Clark Green on Twitter at William C. Green. Thanks again, buddy. Always nice seeing you. And I think I'm finally coming out of the funk I was in on Saturday morning after that night. Next episode, we're going to be talking with Dan Patterson. Before I get to that, remember, please tell someone about the podcast. You can just retweet my tweets if you like. That would be great. We're available at KLL.com/borderline. You can subscribe right there on the page. You can also subscribe via the Stitcher app. Dan Patterson of Dan Patterson, The Dying Lights is my guest next week. So let's close out the podcast listening to a song of his. Here's Stupid Gringo right now on the Borderline Podcast. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm at JRKLL on Twitter. We'll talk to you next week. New episodes every Tuesday. Bye.
We headed southbound to a town called Rio Negro, where the men's hearts are as black as the river runs. They never talk of honesty or the valor of amigos. A man is judged by the quickness of his gun. Just a couple of widows looking for a new adventure. We were asked, that's all we had to say. Wandered through the lonely village to find old weathered caballero. His guitar, as he began to play, he said, "Hey there, stupid gringo, what the hell do you think you're doing? All seen men like you here before. So saddle up your horse and leave this place, you better get on going. Nothing here for you anymore, stupid gringo." Soft glow of a cigarette in a cantina at the edge of town shed light on prettiest face I'd ever seen. Dark black hair and lips, brown eyes still running through my mind as father chased me down the dusty street. He could hear the sound as they said, "Hey there, stupid gringo, what the hell do you think you're doing? All seen men like you here before. So saddle up your horse and leave this place, you better get on going. Nothing here for you anymore, stupid gringo." As we made our way into desert sunset, they fired shots of anger. Realized what it was they'd lost. Took all the money out of El Banco and in the saddle right behind me, it's pretty Latin thing run from a law. As they said, "Hey there, stupid gringo, what the hell do you think you're doing? All seen men like you here for. So saddle up your horse and leave this place, you better get on going. Nothing here for you anymore." They said, "Hey there, stupid gringo, what the hell do you think you're doing? I'll see men like you here before. Saddle up your horse and ride away, you better get on going. Nothing here for you anymore, stupid gringo." It's stupid gringo. Ay, 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 ay.
It's the Borderline Podcast with JR on KLL.com.